sorry about the noise. I had a furnace directly behind me, so you can hear the fans going. I'll try and talk a little bit louder. I'm here to talk about designs and how our designs evolve. So originally when we set up Twist Glass Studio, we made a lot of 18th century style drinking glasses, and I'll show you two of them here. Now, the style is all wrong for an 18th century glass. They never made this like this. But it's the twists that we want to keep those skills alive. So we did a lot of those. But eventually you have to move on slightly as well. And our designing became a lot more complicated. But while making these glasses, we actually ended up with a lot of wasty bits, and I collected these for a number of years, and if they were big enough we could actually use them in another design. So this was where we used the larger pieces, larger waste from the 18th century style stemware. So what I did was I used to torch a lizard around the centre of the stem. Now the stem is hollow blown, latticino with gold leaf in between. The bowl is in calmo sections of gold leaf and blue with latticino. It's got a twisted cane rim, twisted cane foot, same as the bowl is on the foot as well. So I'll just let you have a little look at that as I turn it around slightly. So you can see the lizard is torched around the outside of those. Now one day when I was making one of these in the workshop, my wife was on the phone to a gallery owner, and she said, Twist Glass Studio here, I wonder if you'd be any interested in any of our products. And he said to her, aren't you the people who make paperweights, in a very undignified voice? And at that point in time we hadn't made paperweights at all. And he just put the phone down. So Sue was rather annoyed and walked into the workshop just as I was torching the lizard around the centrepiece there, and she said, right, we're making paperweights now and you can start by putting one of those on a paperweight. So, okay. So this is what we came up with. Now it's a lizard paperweight. We're using the same gold and silver leaf that's in the bowl and this section of the chalice type goblet, and we're using a stem section, if it was large enough, from the waste of the wine glasses for the lizard itself. Now, the first one I made was quite strange really, because the lizard hadn't quite made it to the top. His head come to the very top of the paperweight itself, and so the compensator had to lift the back legs up high and extend the front legs more, and when it came out of the furnace it looked like it was actually slipping off the paperweight. It was actually quite hilarious. And a couple of days later a German collector came into the workshop. Now he told me he had over 1,000 paperweights and was looking for some to buy from us. So I showed him a couple of the old ones that we had sitting around, bubble and swirl type things, and he said no. So I said, well, the only other one I've got is this one here with the lizard paperweight coming off the top. And he said, I want. So It hadn't even been finished up on the base. It was still sharp. So anyhow, when he went off to the bank to get some money, I ground and polished the base. So thus Lizard Paperweight was born. Now, they became quite popular after a while, and we actually had to unify the twists. So we actually had to make, instead of using the waste pieces, we had to use twists that we had made up purposefully for the paperweight itself. So there's two lizards that are from the first lizards that we made that were unified. So this is the ruby one, this is the blue one. We did a light blue, a rose, a purple, a turquoise, a green. I think we did 7 different types in the end using these two lizards. But things evolve, things change, and coming from a more of an 18th century style twist, we had to unify them again, and we had to change just to make things fresh. And so these are the ones we make now. So they're more Zanfarigo based twisted canes. They're not double series like the original ones, like the wine glasses. These are single series Zanfarigo canes, the arms and everything. But we still keep the same gold and silver leaf like you see in the original one. So the same paperweight itself, it's just the lizards that's changed. So that's what we're doing today, and we do them in 6 different colours. There's a turquoise, a blue, a ruby and a purple one to go with these two. So eventually these evolved again, but they evolved more into art, and we used Venetian techniques to blow, a hollow blown paperweight. This one was made in 2014 because Scotland had a vote for independence, for devolution from the United Kingdom. So they had a vote for independence, and I thought it'd be nice if we did one featuring the saltire, Scottish flag, and the Union Jack, all made out of Zanfarigo canes, and the lizards itself have dafty face canes picked up to represent scales. Now the Scottish side and the Union side have 2 different lizards on there. So the paperweight represents the devolution, the lizards represent the politicians, the little faces on the lizard on the Scottish side represents the voters, and the little faces on the Union side represents the media. Now this is the second one I've made of these. The first one had stars and stripes and the Union Jack, and the 2 lizards on the top, and that's in the Bergstrom Mahler Museum of Glass in Neenah, Wisconsin. So I'll just show you again how everything has evolved from the very beginning to the art piece that you can now see.